College sucks! Yeah, sorry about that. I don't usually make this kind of video. I kind of prefer to sing my feelings than talk about them, but lately there's been something that I've needed to get off my chest. You know, it's a little crazy. I don't want to be... Ew, I'm so sorry. I don't want to seem insane or ungrateful or anything. I had the most peculiar first semester in university, and I just need to talk about it. I need to see if I'm going insane. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I made all the mistakes. I mean, I made all the mistakes, but I need to share this with someone. And I decided strangers on the internet would be the best idea. Yippee! Anyways, I just want to preface this entire video with I'm so grateful for the fact that I can even attend college. There's so many people who don't get the opportunity. Despite everything I'm about to say, I wouldn't trade it for the world. This video is simply me recounting how it all felt and all the things I've been way too scared to say. So, hi, my name is Morgan. I am a 19-year-old girl who just experienced my first year in college. And all I can say is that it was the worst thing I've ever gone through, without fail. Felt like killing myself. Oh, can I say that?
Bruh.
Am I bad? Trigger warning. It kind of felt like I was tightroping across the Grand Canyon, except I was on fire and also on a unicycle while holding 1,000 puppies. Honestly, you see, during the high school college application process, I was put through so much stress. I had done so well in high school, and I was like, I'm going to make it into a good college. This became everything to me. Like, I would throw up in the bathroom every day thinking about it. I'm kidding. That's an exaggeration. But that did happen once. And not my proudest moment ever. But what can you do? What can you do? I worked every day towards something I didn't even know about. Something I couldn't even understand. And when I got there, my expectations were sky freaking high. You know, everyone around me, my mom, my family members, my friends, they were constantly telling me that college will be the best years of your life, and I wholeheartedly believed them every step of the way. No parents, no rules. University sounded like a microwaved, ramen-filled heaven, bro. So when I got there, I was expecting, like, ass there, shaking ass there, party, another club, no sleep, and it was kind of like that, except with a lot more tears and a lot more. That was awesome. What makes things worse is that I'm one of those delusional people. You know, the ones who always sees the glass half full, you know, the rose-colored glasses. That's me. I'm always seeing the best. So when reality hit, it hit me like a freaking truck, bro. We could. My first week on campus, I got scammed. Yippee! Absolutely diabolical, crazy, freaking work. I trusted someone that I shouldn't have, and I ended up alone in the middle of the night, stranded in some skimpy outfit. It felt awful. I wanted to end it all, but I can't do that because that's wrong, and I have a dog and a mom to live for. So that's kind of beautiful. Don't worry, I made it back home in one piece. Only had to get hit on by a tweaker once or twice, but it still sucked. However, the next day made up for this super awkward and a little bit scary mess. You see, I met some friends. We were all lost, searching for a dining hall to eat at on our first day of classes, and we kind of ended up lost together. It was so beautiful. Oh my god. After that, we honestly just hit it off, and afterwards we went to Insomnia Cookies and took beautiful pictures, and I love them. I love them so much. Those are my besties for life. And don't you dare come in here with that freshman year friendships don't last BS. I will curb stomp you. These are for life. These friends are for life. They are never leaving me, and if they leave me, they will have bigger problems to deal with. So after that, things were kind of just looking up. I had a friend group to hang around, people who seemed to care about me so far, and also classes were starting. College was beginning to college, and I was super hyped. Week 2. So here came my second hurdle. clubs and organizations. This was the most strenuous and stressful process I've ever been through. You would think that I was joining the military with how they run this. It's absolutely insane. Cutthroat. Like, we're on freaking dance moms here. If you're not good enough, you're gone. You're cut. Sorry, Jojo. You're out. Jojo! Have you learned nothing? That's how it felt every step of the way. There were sororities, fraternities, fellowships, gaming, sports, dance, everything you could even think of. It was overwhelming. And the difference was, in high school, you joined a club because you thought it was cute and a little whimsical and a little fun. Here, it's war. So being the nonchalant and mysterious person I am, I folded under absolutely zero pressure. I couldn't get into any of these clubs. I felt like I was going to die every time I applied to one. And also, I lost a lot of money in this process. Why does everything cost $10 billion? I'm not Jeff Bezos. I mean, we kind of look the same, but aside from that, like, and on top of it, was it even worth it? I heard so many stories of hazing and people just like almost dying. Why would I want to even join this? I don't know. It's a fad. It's like showering. Showering's a fad. People don't do this anymore. Why do we do this? Why do I have to fight for my life to join a club? Stop, Morgan. Don't do it. Anyways, I did it. I applied for this organization that was definitely out of my comfort zone. I wanted to try something new. And let's just say it didn't go well. The disclaimer, this isn't an underdog success story. This is an underdog fails until they have to contemplate all their life decisions that led them up to this point kind of story. I didn't make it. The club I auditioned for, I didn't end up making it. I got called bad. I got called embarrassing. I had people look at me and be like, why is she here? It made you feel like you were nothing. And that hurt. As someone with gifted kid syndrome, this rejection kind of tore me apart. Was I really that bad? Was I not worthy? So, back in high school, I had a community and my mother to support me. But when things got rough here, rejection, it gnawed at you. So it sucked. Yep, it sucked. Rejection sucks. I eventually got over it, but I still kind of longed to be a part of some community. I felt like that was a big part of being on campus, was having an extracurricular community that you joined and you were like, yippee, this is so awesome. I love this. I didn't have that. So every day I would go to classes, cry because the dining hall food was so absolutely heinous, and then go to bed. That was my daily routine. Monotonous, boring, awful. I decided I was going to take a leap and join something a bit peculiar, a bit strange, something I'm not necessarily used to. Esports. Week
Hello,
3.
Princess. Oh, princess.
So this week I got robbed. I was on the metro pulling out my phone and some YN just snatched my bag straight from my feeble, minuscule, tiny, petite hands. He kind of just ran off the train with it. Took everything I had. All I had was my cell phone because I keep that thing strapped on me, on my body, bro. Ain't nobody getting that. If they get that and see what's in my notes app, it's over. So yeah, my state ID, my dorm key, cash, credit cards, and AirPods were all still in that bag. Did I chase after him though? Nah. that wouldn't be very nonchalant, would it? I do anything for aura. No, but for real though, I was in such a state of shock that I didn't know how to react. Being the hopeful little flower that I am, I wasn't phased for too long. Something in me knew that I would get my stuff back, and I refused to let another tragic experience dictate my mood. This was not going to get me down. I already got rejected from 3,766 clubs. I'm not going to let this YN take the joy from my heart. So after that, I politely got off the train, went to my stop, and then when I came back, like 3 hours later, I got an alert that said, oh my god, hey, your bag is at so-and-so metro station. We have it. Come collect it. Oh my god, I got my stuff back. Let's go. This is the power of manifestation. Don't leave the video. I'm not woo-woo. Except I am. I feel no remorse for that. So yeah, that story does have a happy ending. The police ended up catching the thief and locating my bag. And when I went to retrieve it, everything was still there. Like all $70 in cash that I, for some odd reason, had in my wallet. I don't know why I was carrying $70 in cash around. It was all there, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And to be honest, I couldn't be more grateful. Am I not the luckiest girl alive? Come on now. Come on. Well, it was definitely really scary. I thought it was over for me. I thought I was just going to be stranded in college forever, and I would honestly have to live in the metro train. I'm thankful that I learned that lesson. Take 4. So back to the new org that I joined. It was definitely one of my more niche interests. I dabble in video games. In a way, it kind of felt like the light at the end of the tunnel. University had been so hectic, and finally finding something that worked felt really freaking good. I definitely met some friends for life amongst the diverse backgrounds of this club, and to be honest, who knew a hobby could create such deep connections? I finally felt happy. This was the point when it felt the most right. Being at university, it felt like all my work had finally come to fruition. I was making friends, connections, networking, becoming a person I really liked. But, you know, it had been 7 whole days. I finally had peace in my life. In the wise words of Sabrina Carpenter, what comes up must go back down. Week 5. I made an awful decision. I'm taking accountability. It was I made a really bad decision, and it had to do with a boy. Most bad decisions do. Around August-ish, 2024, my boyfriend broke up with me. I had a long-distance boyfriend. He was the person who I had to tell all the BS that was happening to me too. I told him about how I got robbed, how I got scammed, how I failed to get in every single club. He knew everything. He had been my confidant. He had been my rock. And now he was gone. So, of course, because I had never experienced a love like that, I kind of reacted rashly when things ended. I made a desperate attempt to move on instead of facing my emotions first. And, you know, I'm not one to let a stinky boy ruin my life, but that's exactly what happened. So, right after the breakup, a few days after, I ended up falling prey to masculine charms. You know, there's another boy. I think you guys know where this is going. So basically, it all happened so fast. Before I knew it, my heart was out on my sleeve for the world to see. And to summarize, because I'm not going into detail on any of that stuff, I got played so horrifically bad that my brain reprogrammed relationships and romance in my mind. Like, it just, everything. I will never love the same. It's a canon event. 19-year-old situationship. I wasn't even 19, 18. Freshman year situationship. It's coming for you. On all y'all's lives. It's happening to you. Yes, you. I'm kidding. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. At that point, after everything went down, after I realized that this boy didn't want me. He never would, never did. He was just messing around. I didn't know what to do with myself. With the breakup on top of that, and still not quite understanding how to navigate my feelings, it felt like my world was falling apart. I cried for days, by the way. Like, I literally cried for days. And after a while, I realized that my suffering, my inability to get out of bed and go to class, it had become my own fault. The delicate balance of my life was thrown off in mere days by 2 different boys in 2 different ways. Hold on. Was that bars?
Damn, I'm on my Britney. Oops, I hit again.
So yeah, cried a lot that week. Felt a lot of emotions I never knew even existed in my dark, deep, black soul. Oh my god, I am black. Hey guys. And the worst part about all of it is that I'm a girl. Why was I the only one who seemed to care about the situation? Why did it feel like my own world was crumbling around me while my situationship was blissfully eating his 8th Chick-fil-A sandwich of the day? I don't know. This is where my positive and hopeful nature seems to ail me. I say hopeful in place of the word delusional because I believe that I can make any situation work, no matter how impossible. This one just wasn't working. I cannot fix him. You cannot fix him. There was a reason this was not working. It wasn't meant to. The situation brought my deepest character flaws to light and kind of revealed to me the aspects of my soul that needed to further heal. Sorry. And thankfully I took the hint. I listened to the people around me who saw the bigger picture, and instead of being hopeful that the situation could improve, I let go. Week 6! Freedom for a while felt empty, but it was entirely necessary. There was growth in simplicity. And I kind of hated that. I began keeping a journal, eating 3 meals a day, working out. I talked to my mom like every 10 minutes. I literally called her every 10 minutes. I feel really bad for her. I'm so sorry. And I tried to stay true to my spirituality, focused on myself and my classes and all the opportunities that university was giving me. So essentially, I was protecting my peace because no one else can do that for you. My first year of college was pretty poopy. It was pretty bad, pretty doo-doo fart, not enjoyable at all. But really, I've never been able to learn this much about myself. I've had to let go of so many things over the course of this last year. It was painful. I probably smiled 3 times, but hey, even the most beautiful flowers have to lose a petal or two. Don't click off the video, don't. So yeah, I stand by my statement I made at the beginning of this video. College sucks! It sucks! It was really bad. But it sucks because it teaches you lessons that you haven't learned yet. It sucks because it tests your perseverance and your drive, and it really sucks because it breaks your identity down to its core and makes you ask yourself, is this who I really want to be? University is probably the best, worst idea ever. So for all my uni students out there, I recommend you just ride the waves. Try any and everything. Work hard, party, try, fail, and do everything, even the things you think you can't do. University, in the truest sense, is where you learn to live. So to my professors who tried to fail me, the boys and fake friends that tried to play me, and the YN that successfully robbed me, you will never break me. Sucks to suck, I guess.